Rock and roll's never been easy. I'm sure my parents wished that I would have got into something different, maybe sign painting, maybe some kind of business thing. Uh, that I chose, social work later on. But, you know, I don't know if it was so much the fame, but I just loved the music. Ever since I was a child, I had always loved the music. And watching my uncle playing the guitar, of course, I wanted to learn to play. And once I learned to play, uh, the Beatles came around, and man, they wrote their own music, and I thought, I can do that. And several attempts, of course, I did. I also saw people had groups, and several times, I attempted, putting a group together. A couple of times, my friend Phil Perry, who was a drummer, and some guitar friends, and we threw some things together for some parties. We played Sunland and all that. It was nice, but my real heart was in, writing. And meeting Tommy Boyce was a thrill. Dale Shannon was a thrill. Taking the songs around, there was a lot of rejection when we took our music around. Oh gosh, we must have knocked on 300-400 doors. A lot of people would take our tapes. Some listened to them, some didn't. Some said, come back, and we would. And they said they'd hold on to it. But, we were 16 years old. What did we know? It was a thrill to meet Glenn Campbell. He had his own office, and Dwayne Eddy, Herb Alpert. That was a thrill. Of course, I mentioned Peter Asher, the Monkees. That was a thrill for me as a kid. What can I say? It was an education. I met down-and-out guitar players, would-be writers, people who thought they could sing. Bill taught me, how to cheat people out of their money. I did not do it, but he certainly, had this business where he would take people's lyrics and put so-called music to it. For me, every day I would try to come down to the office down in Hollywood and try to write something, create something. Saw how the other half lived. It didn't scare me. I wanted to stay with it. We made a little bit of money. 60s were great. Getting out of high school. Of course, my parents made me work part-time, but also had time, with the music. And so, nighttime was the time that we did all the recordings and everything. That's, when it was happening. And the 70s with, Cyrus Round, doing a teenage fair, playing several live things. That was exciting. And, just, we never made it big time. Never made it big time in the 60s. And I don't know whether I could have handled it. Rock and roll is a hard thing, especially, if you want to try to raise a family. But, the stories are important, and you can pass them on to your kids, grandkids. And certainly meeting Bob Welch was great. Hearing his stories, I was able to share some of mine, and he got to know my kids. And music is still a part of me today. I'm still doing it, still putting out CDs with Cyrus Round. It's a real life.